Welcome to my podcast, Apollonia Studio 6.
2017 April, and we flew on Deplete My Spirit to meet you.
I have pictures from that of us on the plane.
The nap.
We won't get too deep into it.
Yeah, we won't.
But
We had some issues.
yeah, we had some issues, but we flew to Minneapolis to celebrate the 1 year anniversary
of Prince's passing.
We were supposed to all go to Paisley Park. And some things happened before Jill and I got there. Apollonia and Susan and Brenda had arrived first.
Right.
We'll save that story for a future episode of Apollonia Studio 6.
Right.
At Paisley Park.
At Paisley Park.
I wish I had my little fart machine thing right now so I could,
Yeah.
no disrespect to Paisley Park, but just the incident we'll talk about.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But me and Jill, after having some issues with the airlines,
oh, God.
we arrived.
I know. Spirit Airlines owes us.
I remember that.
We arrived.
If you're 1 minute late for that old airline and you're standing in the line,
in the line.
It was like we were in a really bad sitcom.
Yes.
It was like, are you joking? We're like standing here.
Yes.
Like it was like, like we were in SNL skit.
Yes.
Right.
Like, okay, it's breakfast, now it's lunch.
Yes.
I'm sorry, no lunch for you.
No lunch. No soup
breakfast.
for you.
Yeah, no soup for you. It was just like that.
So
Horrible.
We ended up getting there at about 11 o'clock. And we won't get into what happened that night. But the next night, we were supposed to be going to see the time. And we were told we could not go, even though we had passes.
At Paisley.
Right.
Yeah.
To go. We were refused entry.
Sorry, Morris.
Sorry.
We were there.
But we were there. And but we did go to a beautiful event thrown by Prince's brother Omar.
Right.
Omar Baker.
We had a great time. I think there's there's videos and pictures on our Facebooks and Instagrams
Yeah, it was lovely.
and stuff. Me and Apple and
It was really nice.
Jill and Dez and
all of us up there.
Susan, Andre. We were all together at the table. It was really cool. But the next morning, me and Jill we just took a little stroll in downtown Minneapolis. And it was so cool. Jill was showing me all the different little hangouts and jaunts. And we used to go.
Yeah, Hennepin Avenue around that area.
Yep.
It really was.
It was really cool.
Such a cool little town.
Yeah. And there was a really special moment. This is what I'm getting to. There was a really special moment. We were walking down the street, getting close to First Avenue because we were staying across the street. And we started seeing these little kids running past us dressed like Prince.
Oh.
These little 5-year-olds and 6-year-olds.
Yeah.
And they're just running past us. And they're dressed like Prince.
Cute.
And it was the cutest thing ever. And we're like, what's going on? These little children.
That's so cute.
And we're hearing Raspberry Beret like in the distance. So we're walking and we get pretty close to First Avenue. And Jill, it was a little girl and a little boy and their mom. And Jill asked if she could take a picture.
Yeah, I did.
With the little kids. And all I will say was the Paisley Park incident. It was a little traumatic. It was a little bit of a trauma that we couldn't go. Well,
because you're like coming together to grieve something and to be denied that over some craziness.
Right.
It was kind of nice to see at First Avenue. They were having a little party with all these kids, and they were only playing Prince songs, like the nice, certainly not Head,
right, right.
But then they were out there, and it was very, very cute. It was such a nice, in a way, maybe a little bit more. it wasn't as tone deaf as what was happening out at Paisley.
Right. So Jill asked to take a picture with the kids, and I'll never forget this. It was so sweet. I took the picture, and she asked the little girl. She said, he was my friend. What do you know about him? And the little girl said, they taught us about him in school.
I know.
Oh my God.
And that was a moment. Yeah. And I started to get choked up.
You're getting me choked up already.
Choked up now.
Yep.
And
if we don't vote, they're going to make it where they won't be talking about it, because they actually got rid of critical race theory being taught even at universities in a state the other day.
Yeah.
We are Black musicians and politicians and everybody deserve so much more.
Yeah.
We've got to carry the weight.
Yeah.
That's it. We got to, no time to sleep.
Yeah.
Sleep is for dreamers, as Prince said, right?
Yeah. And so we walked and we got in front of First Avenue, and there's all of these kids, and they're all dressed like Prince, and they started playing 1999.
Oh, these were little white kids, so
white,
black, all different, but this the
beautiful.
one, that's what is so like, wow.
It was so beautiful. And so they started playing 1999, and I remember grabbing Jill's hand, and I just looked at her and I said, it doesn't matter what anybody says. You made history. You were a part of history. It doesn't matter what anybody has to say about that.
Right.
It's a cathartic moment.
And I think I probably broke down a little bit at that moment.
Welcome to my podcast, Apollonia Studio 6.